Cool. Morning, guys. Sorry for all the delays. So, what we'll be doing today is we'll be doing a topic called integrated accounting. Now, what is this integrated accounting all about? When I say an integrated accounting, what I shall be doing is I see generally in real life we maintain financial accounting and we maintain cost accounting. There are two books what we maintain and both are separate. So now when I do an integrated accounts, what happens is together I will maintain only one book. So the word integrated itself means integrating financial accounting with cost accounting so that I have one input for all my accounting purpose. So I don't have to use multiple inputs. I shall be using only one input for all my accounting purpose. Now, what is the advantage of this? The first advantage is that since I will be maintaining just one book, duplication of effort will not be there. So you will be maintaining only one books. So there is no need of doing cost accounting and financial accounting. Accounting wise, more or less both are going to be following the same, but there are very minute changes which we shall be looking at going further. So there won't be requirement of maintaining two books. One book, duplication of effort is avoided. Second one is, see, when I do cost accounting and financial accounting, both will show different profits. Cost accounting and financial accounting will show different profits. Now at the end of every accounting period, I should be doing reconciliation. Now since I am doing only one book, there is no need to do the reconciliation. So only one book will take care of doing both costing and financial accounting. There is no need to do reconciliation. The third part is, since I am following only one accounting, there won't be any more confusions of doing different treatments. I told you guys the accounting is pretty much the same, but the way it is being treated is going to be different under both the scenarios. Now since I will be doing only one method of accounting, there won't be any confusions with the accounting entries. So let us just try looking into the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages? First, I said duplication of effort. Second one, I said no periodic reconciliation. Third one, I told you is that there won't be any confusion. Is everything fine till now? So what we will be doing is we will be looking into few of the terms with regards to the accounting of cost labor next. Is there any doubt, or are we good to go with the next one? So with regards to the next topic, which is guys, if you have any doubt, please put it across in the chat session so that I can look into it, or maybe you can drop me a WhatsApp message so that I can look into it. Now the next topic is accounting for my direct labor. Accounting for direct labor. Now first thing I told you, when I say labor, there are two kinds of it. One is direct, another one by being indirect. Now direct, I told you, direct expenses or direct labor or direct material is something which is directly involved with producing a product. So everything what I pay for an employee towards a production becomes a direct cost. Anything what I pay to an employee which is part of a support function becomes my indirect cost. Now the next term what you guys also need to understand is, first term what we use is gross wages. Gross wages means the amount of pay for every employee. So let's say you are working for 10 hours, per hour you're salary or the rate is 1000 rupees, 10 into 1000, 10,000 becomes your 10 into 1000, 10,000 becomes your gross wages. So what is then net? When I say net deductions, net deductions basically means any gross wages minus your deductions. So now in case of a scenario, see in India what happens is, let's say they say your salary will be 30,000, but the end of the month you will end up getting 25,000. Now how is this 30,000 and 25,000? What is this 5,000? In India there is compulsory deduction for ESI, there is compulsory deduction for PF and TDS. So we shall be deducting this. TDS is known as tax deducted at source. We can call also as income tax. ESI and PF are your insurance schemes. So what happens is, let's say you are earning 30,000, 5,000 rupees for other deductions will be deducted and you will be paid a net wages of 35,000. This we call it as a net wages. Is everyone clear with it? If everyone is clear, just you can comment it so that I'll move to the next topic. Guys, is everything fine till now? Just superb. So the next topic, what we will be doing is known as overtime premium. Now, what is this overtime premium? Now, if an employee who's supposed to work for 10 hours, he works for 15 hours. He is working for 5 hours more. Is that overtime premium? The answer is no. He has worked overtime. Now, let's say I would be paying him 1000 per hour, $1,000 per hour. Now, for working for 5 more hours, he requires $1,300 per hour. So he was originally getting 1000 per hour. Now he would be getting what? 1300 per hour. Now what will happen because of this? Now see here, the 300 difference what he would be getting for working 5 hours more. This becomes my overtime premium. So what exactly is an overtime premium? 5 hours what he is working more, he is getting a difference of 300. This 300 what he shall be getting, we call it as the overtime premium. Now there are two things you need to understand. Why did this overtime require? Let's say for an example, you had one work to be done very urgently, you wanted it to be done right now. So what, you went to a teacher or you went to a tailor. Let's say you went to a tailor, you wanted a suit to be stitched tomorrow for a wedding urgently. His work time was over. He came and said, you know what, I'll only do it if you're ready to pay me a little more. So now you are agreeing to pay him a little more. This is basically your request. Second one, there might be overtime because of the mistake of the company itself. For an example, there was no power in the factory on a particular day, or one of an employee left and you had to complete work, so you asked somebody to work on it. So then we call it as general circumstances. Now, what happens in case of it? Whenever it is at a specific customer request, that is when a customer requires a job to be completed early or at a specified time, we should make sure that this specific becomes a direct cost. When I say direct cost, it will be charged straight away to the customer as a product cost. When I say general circumstances, we consider it to be an indirect cost. This is the second part, is what do you mean by direct cost? When is it overtime premium going to be specific direct cost? When is it going to be indirect cost? Are you clear with it? So let's move to the next one. Now, what do you mean by bonus? I want you guys to just put it across in the comment section. What do you think is a bonus? A lot of you guys would have been hearing about your parents getting bonus or somebody getting bonus for it. What do you think is going to be a bonus? Uh, bonus, we clearly say, bonus we clearly say is something where you are working for a particular amount of time. When you work for a particular amount of time, you achieve certain targets. Because you achieve certain targets, you're getting some accumulated amount. Now, is this accumulated amount for a particular job, or is it for that you have worked with me for last 6 months or 8 months on a particular project, or for a period of time? Bonus is basically because you work with me for a longer period of time, let's say a year, and you achieved a target what was set. Now, because you achieved a target what was set, this bonus we deal it to be indirect cost. So now what I want you guys to do is, I'll tell you three things. I want you to put it in the comment section whether it's a direct cost or an indirect cost. Three things we discussed: uh, overtime premium, request of customer. Second question is bonus. Third one, overtime premium in a general circumstances. What do you think the answer for the first one is? Uh, what's the answer for the first one? Guys, please put it across in the comment section so that it becomes easier for me to understand whether you are getting it right. First one is direct, perfect. Second one, what about second one? Bonus. What about bonus, indirect? Okay. And the third one, overtime premium because of the general circumstances. Perfect. Good, guys. So what we'll do is we'll move to the next topic, which is an idle time. What do you mean by an idle time? See, let's say for an example, you are having a factory. The factory gate to factory is, let's say, takes 10 minutes. Now, an employee walks in here, he marks his attendance, and he will walk into the factory. So 10 minutes is lost here. Now, he comes in, changes his attire. It will take him 15 minutes. So he reaches here at 9. He goes, changes his attire, starts working from 9:30. At 12:30 he'll finish off his work. He will reach the main gate at 1, and he says the work is completed. How many hours did you work here? Check here. He entered office at 9, took 10 minutes to reach there, another 15 minutes to change his attire. He started working at 9:30. He completed his work at 12:30, changed his attire another 15 minutes. Then he reached the gate at 1 o'clock and he completed his work. What is the number of hours he has worked? Is it 3 hours or 4 hours? I want you guys to tell me, are you going to be paying him for 3 hours or 4 hours? Okay, somebody said 4 hours. What about others? So Shivani is saying it's 3 hours. Chaitanya 4 hours, Vishwa 4 hours. Okay, Suvarna Prakash 3 hours. Okay, the number of hours what you will be paying is for 4 hours. Now, that 3 hours is what he has actually worked in the office. 3 hours is what he has actually worked in the office. So, between this, you are paying him for 4 hours, he has worked for 3 hours. Now, this 1 hour could have been avoided or could have not been avoided, right? So, this 1 hour, what is the difference? We call it as an idle time. Now, what is an idle time? I want you guys to just write this down. Idle time is the difference between the payments made. It is the difference between the payment made and when employee has worked. This can be because of the management issues, or it can be because of the issues like machine breakdown. Certain times can be avoidable, unavoidable. But idle, I want you guys to remember the third one. Idle time is treated as indirect cost. So what do you treat your idle time to be? Idle time is treated to be your indirect cost. So hope this is clear with you guys. Why? Because I cannot try figuring out why did this idle time cost. There can be reasons, either because of the management, there might be because of the lack of an employee being aware of it. Lot of different reasons. So we shall be considering it as a indirect cost. Now, I want you guys to just check this one. A basic pay, direct employee, indirect employee. You're paying 40,000 and let's say 30,000. Overtime, you're paying 1,500 and 2,000. That's the basic. Then you're paying a premium, which is 800 and let's say 500. And your bonus is 5,000 and 8,000. So how much does the total come? 45, 46, 500, 47, 300, 40,500. Now, I want you guys to identify which of these are direct costs and which of these are indirect costs. This is your question. Again, I'm saying basic pay for a direct employee. Again, I'm saying is a direct employee, is an indirect employee. 40,000, 30,000. Overtime, I told you basic pay is what they would have paid him for a general work, 1,500 and 2,000, and the premium what they're paying is 800 and 500. The bonus paid is 5,000 and 8,000. The total comes to 40. I want you guys to identify which of these are direct costs, which of these are indirect costs. Please write down this question. Okay, what's the answer, guys? So what I will do right now is I will ask you guys one by one. You have to tell me whether that's a part of a direct cost or an indirect cost, right? So let us start the solution. This is an indirect cost straight away. Then this is an indirect cost straight away. I don't have any problem. This is an indirect cost also. I don't have to worry about it. This is also an indirect. Now, they have not told anything regarding this. They have not told anything regarding this. Now, bonus, I told you, no matter what happens, my this is an indirect cost. 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 This. So my direct cost will be just 41,500. My indirect cost will be 30, 32, 40,500, 45,500, 46,300. Does anyone have any issues with it? Just look into the solution and just let me know whether you guys have any issues with this. Uh, my basic pay, I told you guys, my basic pay, what I have, this I have no problem because you're paying it to the direct employee. This is again part of my direct wages. This is again going to be part of my direct. Only these two. Uh, Overtime premium, nothing is given. We assume it to be part of the general cost. Bonus, I have